Well, which is fine. And iRacing has just become the #1 esport in America by a long shot. The Homestead Miami race last week raked in almost 1 million viewers. That's just insane, making it the most viewed esport in American history, I think. This coming weekend, or rather today if this video goes up on time, they're going to have the race in Texas on Big Fox network television. That will rake in well over 1 million, maybe even 2 million viewers. So that's crazy. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely go over and watch it on Fox or wherever they have it streaming at. That's going to be crazy. I know IndyCar is doing something too on iRacing, and as weird as this situation has been, I don't think anybody saw the iRacing esports explosion during the downtime. That has really been crazy. It's really awesome to see. I hope they can carry this momentum into next year or into later this year when we return to normalcy. Hopefully they get a whole lot of new viewers and they're able to keep them. But imagine telling somebody in like 2015, 2016, oh yeah, in 2020, the biggest esport in America is going to be broadcast live on Fox on a Sunday, and it's going to be NASCAR brought to you by iRacing. Yeah, I don't think anybody ever saw this happening. If you had told somebody that 5 years ago, they would have laughed in your face. These are truly strange times we live in. As for me, I'm going to keep delivering packages. I'm going to try like hell to get off at a decent time, come home, write down a script, and make videos like normal. I know everybody else has been going ham out there. A few guys have been laid off. I know there are a lot of guys that are in school that are in the NASCAR YouTube community. They're in university, and classes have been canceled. So they got a lot of free time on their hands, and they're just going 1,000 miles an hour, but not me. I'm essential personnel according to the U.S. government, and I got to keep working, and I'm really working my ass off right now. And I honestly thought during this whole thing going on that guys would just start raking in money through ad revenue since they were putting out all this new content and people are going to be staying at home with nothing to do except watch YouTube. But here's the thing, ad rates are down right now. When you have a bit of an economic recession, the first thing these big companies do is cut their ad buyouts. They just stop placing ads on TV or YouTube, and they don't put as many of them out there, and since there's not a whole lot of bidding going on, a lot of them put in for smaller bids, and that means a whole lot less money for everybody. So if you're in a good financial situation, now would be a great time to check out your favorite YouTuber's Patreon if they got one. Speaking of Patreon, I have one, and I want to make a big announcement. I had some big plans to travel across the country this year in June, but that's not going to happen anymore. With all this going on, I just don't feel like flying and potentially getting stuck on the other side of the country. I know flights are cheap right now, but it's just not something I could swing. So if you are pledging to me on Patreon because you want to see me do slap on location in different crazy locales, that's probably not going to happen this year. I do, however, still have a few places in my area that I can drive to. They're within driving distance, so I'm going to hit those up in the downtime. But I totally understand if you signed up to my Patreon expecting X and I didn't deliver because of what's going on, or even if times are tough for you right now. You're one of those people that got laid off or furloughed, and you just need to consolidate resources wherever you can. I actually encourage you to adjust or just get rid of your Patreon pledge if that's something you need to do. Like I said earlier, my job is still going. I get paid by the hour, and I'm working a lot of hours right now, so I'm good. I don't have any plans to fly across the country this year, so if you need that money, you do what you got to do. As for what happens next, I know there's a lot of uncertainty. People want answers. People want to know that everything's going to be all right, but really, again, this is uncharted territory. I don't know what's going to happen. I know a lot of these smaller teams, they get paid on a race-by-race basis, not just by NASCAR, but by their sponsors, and they don't exactly have deep pockets to just not race for a few months at a time. So when we get back to racing, expect a lot of these smaller teams to either just be completely withered away or just have their doors shut for good. The bigger teams will persist, and hopefully by the time May or June rolls around, we'll be racing in America again, and all will be right with the world. But until that time, y'all take it easy and go check out iRacing, man. Give those guys a lot of love on Sunday. Tweet them out, get as many eyeballs on that stuff as y'all possibly can, because that's the future, man. That's going to be big going forward. That's going to be the next big foray for NASCAR. Not just NASCAR, IndyCar, F1, all motorsports. So yeah, thanks for listening. And in the meantime, if you're looking for some slap shoes content, check out my secondary channel, where I have just talked about the latest YouTube purge of compilation channels losing their monetization. And I also have a definitive history of slap shoes, chronicling my whole 15 years on the internet. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, check the pinned comment down below or hit the end screen right now. Until next time, y'all take it easy.